What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including The Rock just exposed everything and fans are angry, WWE concerned about a big accident at WrestleMania, is Bayley leaving after her WWE contract expires, Sasha Banks has been hiding at WWE shows, WWE retires the world title, NXT talent's huge move to the main roster, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Now first story looks at WWE concerned about a big accident at WrestleMania. At top of today's news is the fallout from Stone Cold Steve Austin's appearance at WrestleMania 41, where he crashed an all-terrain vehicle into a security barrier, apparently knocking out the security barrier into a fan at ringside. A Figure 4 Online's Brian Alvarez discussed the backstage reaction during an episode of the Wrestling Observer Radio. I heard they're nervous about this one, as they probably should be. It was right on camera, and it's all over Twitter. Everyone's seen it. According to Fightful Select, WWE would likely be trying to keep things quiet. Is that lady in for some big compensation? What do you guys think? Next up, The Rock just exposed everything, and fans are angry. WWE fans were really confused when The Rock didn't turn up on the road to WrestleMania after John Cena sold his soul to The Rock. There was hardly any mention of him at all on TV, and we seem to have no reason why The Rock was involved in the first place. But The Rock finally explained on the Pat McAfee show that the Final Boss's arc was done at Elimination Chamber, and there were no plans for him to appear after. He mentioned, "We've established this thing with Cody's soul. I don't want to be involved in that," he said. "Let all the spotlight go on John and Cody." I called him after Elimination Chamber and said, "The Final Boss's work is done." Now, The Rock explained that this was all down to low ticket sales, and The Rock was just brought in to help rectify this. This is why he didn't turn up at WrestleMania, as The Rock admitted he knew all the finishes for Mania and just wanted to watch as a fan. He went on to mention, "We can insert the Final Boss into this finish, but why get involved in that finish when they should be just focused on John, a 17-time champion, and what 2025 looks like? That is the anchoring storyline." Now, whilst The Rock admitted that he liked the finish, he would have done things a little differently on the road to WrestleMania. I loved the finish of the match. I would have finessed things a little different on how they got there, but that's just me creatively. There's a lot of minds in the room. During The Rock's interview, he exposed the fact and admitted that he wanted Cody to turn heel initially, but when Cody turned it down, they went to John Cena. He also spoiled the fact that they had plans to turn Cody to chase after the championship again and turn heel someday. When it comes to giving me your soul, that is what you want, not what the Final Boss wants. So now we go into Elimination Chamber with this idea. Will Cody Rhodes sell his soul to the Final Boss? My thought at this time was a litmus test to find out, in my opinion, how will fans respond if Cody sold his soul to the Final Boss? Let's get a temperature check on this. You come to find out there are a lot of fans who were saying, "Sell your soul. Whatever it is, it's going to be great." So what's an advocate of that? Not turning Cody heel sooner, but eventually down the line. I like the idea because Cody is a smart guy and a ring general. I think this idea of you giving him a reason to turn way down the road, not based on titles, but on his soul and what that means, affects generations and transcends pro wrestling, and fans were loving it. Now this interview is very interesting, as the reports of The Rock not being involved with WrestleMania were 100% right from the start, and whilst WWE had hoped he would be there, The Rock wanted the spotlight on Cody and John. This is funny, as The Rock went out of his way to call BS on those rumors, when in fact they were 100% correct. The Rock just exposed everything. There was no long-term plans. There was no 20 steps ahead. There was no plans of him showing up or being involved in the road to WrestleMania. The idea of a person selling their soul at the end of the day just meant nothing. This could have all been done without him. And primarily, this was all down to low ticket sales at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you kinda gotta feel sorry for Triple H. I'm sure he had a plan in mind for WrestleMania, and The Rock just came in and said, "We're doing this, this, and this, I'll see you later." What do you guys think of this whole situation? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, more details on Joe Hendry's WrestleMania appearance. The TNA World Champion Joe Hendry's surprise appearance at WrestleMania 41, where he answered Randy Orton's open challenge, was a true WrestleMania moment, and now reporter John Albert is reporting the deets on what led to it happening. Multiple TNA sources told me Joe Hendry was supposed to work a match on the main roster on the Scotland Raw, but plans changed. One told me earlier today about a potential make good coming for him. I'd say this is one hell of a make good. In addition, Fightful Select reports WWE was planning to check on Joe's availability before Kevin Owens announced he'd be unable to work the show. The report added that TNA officials didn't know things were on the Saturday before Joe's appearance. Joe's incredible ovation from the fans at the Allegiant Stadium is a hint of how much success awaits him if he does ever sign with WWE down the road. But what was the TNA officials' reactions to Joe's loss? While TNA approved Joe's appearance at WrestleMania, how did the people in the company feel about their world champion losing to Randy Orton in just a couple of minutes? Well, apparently not much, as a Fightful Select report states, when we asked a number of TNA talent and staff about the appearance and the length and layout of the match, they didn't take as much of an issue with it as the general online response, and felt like it was more exposure for TNA. Now he is absolutely right in this fact. TNA were put in a spotlight in front of millions and millions of people. Whether their world champion won or lost didn't matter at the end of the day. Next up, Bayley leaving after a WWE contract expires? Or was Bayley preparing to leave WWE? Fans were curious about the role model status after she was written off a Women's Tag Team Championship match at WrestleMania 41 with a kayfabe injury. While Bayley isn't hurt, fans needn't worry that her contract has expired, as she told Chris Van Vliet, "I have so many other things I want to make it into. I have a year and a half left on this current contract, so we'll see what happens then. And then what? Man, I don't know. I think I've done everything I really wanted to do. Not everything, there's still a lot I want to get done, but done so much with the WWE, and I've been there for already 12 years and there's a huge wave of women coming in that I think that are ready to take over, ready to be in those spots." Bayley discussed how 35 always seemed like a cutoff year for women's wrestlers, but she pointed the careers of veterans like Natalya and Tamina, discussing how age isn't as much a limit. The first ever women's Grand Slam winner and Triple Crown winner talked of the women's division and its many rising stars. Teaming with Lyra right now has been super eye-opening to what that whole division has to offer. I got to work with Roxanne, I got to work with Cora, but even like last night, hanging out with Lyra, we went out to dinner and we hung out with Mishin for her birthday. Bayley also opened up about her friendship she's had with WWE's female superstars and how they've helped her out, both professionally and personally. But being able to hang out with her outside of wrestling, hearing her mindset and why she does this, why she wants to make it better, what she wants to make better, how she wants to help even me, things that we were doing going into WrestleMania, how she wants to be better for me makes me so happy that there's people like that and women like that want to be better for the division. Now, although Bayley said that she's unsure what will happen when her contract expires, she says she's confident that the women's division is in good hands. She mentioned how she wanted to leave WWE better than when she entered, and she feels today's women's roster is doing everything to take it higher. But Bayley has worked hard behind the scenes to get new talent over, including when she formed Damage Control to help out Dakota Kai and Io Sky rise up the card. She's also shown how she's willing to do jobs to get new talent over too, which is something fans don't always see with veteran performers. But do you think Bayley should stay in WWE? Next up, Sasha Banks has been hiding at WWE shows. During her interview with Chris Van Vliet, Bayley also opened up about some previously unknown appearances by Mercedes Moné, aka former superstar Sasha Banks, at WWE events. There have been shows that she's come to and nobody knows, you know? Big moments for me, and I'm not going to say when they were, but like, she comes to WWE shows and nobody knows she's been there. But she's been in the crowd. Still, yeah, she's been there for my big moments. I feel super appreciative that she still cares to come and support us. Bayley and Moné are close friends, but it may seem surprising that Moné attended WWE events on the low. Next up, Golberg teases a WWE return. Now, is Golberg going to work a retirement match this year? There's been buzz for months with rumors WWE plans to send Big Bill off into the sunset sometime this summer. Golberg has dropped hints as well as on social media now, and he's dropping another one as he tweeted a video from his 2016 return along with this message. About time to replicate this. Now, at one point it appeared WWE was building up a match between Bill and then World Heavyweight Champion Gunther following their showdown at the 2024 Bad Blood PLE. However, these rumors have quieted down. That is until Gunther attempted to take out Michael Cole on Raw, then locked Pat McAfee in a rear naked choke after McAfee came to Cole's defense, with some fans describing that as a Gunther face turn. While it's pure speculation, this talk Goldberg will show up to defend Cole, leading to a match in the near future. What do you think of Goldberg wrestling one last match, and if he does wrestle, who should he face? Next up, NXT talent's huge move to the main roster. Could WWE fans see more NXT call-ups now that WrestleMania is over? The WWE Universe often sees superstars from WWE's developmental territory brought up after the showcase of the Immortals, as we saw on Raw, and now Bodyslam.net is exclusively reporting Bodyslam's own Corey Hayes has learned that there have been discussions about a potential call-up for Trick Williams as he's expected to be called up. Another name being thrown around is Lola Vice. Lola's not won gold on the NXT brand, but she's seasoned enough to make the move. Trick Williams, on the other hand, has done just about all he can. There's no word on when these NXT wrestlers could end up on the main roster, but they discuss speculation about SmackDown, which makes sense as Trick Williams has had a long history with former partner and late rival Carmelo Hayes. And finally, WWE retires a world title. Last but not least, WWE's apparently retired the Universal Championship. Fightful Select Sean Rossap tweeted, "The Universal Championship is now listed as retired on WWE's website. The WWE Universal Championship has been officially retired. While its date of actively still reads 2016 to present, on WWE.com, the title is listed as retired in the header." They also added, as the undisputed title holder, Rhodes was initially recognized, albeit quietly, as a Universal Champion. However, WWE now recognizes Reigns as the final Universal Champion, his 1,360-day reign standing as the longest in the title's history. Now, you may recall that WWE had Reigns carry the championship and Universal Championship belts with him after he unified the titles at WrestleMania 38. They eventually gave Reigns a new belt to represent the Undisputed Championship, which makes it puzzling why the title was still recognized at all. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.